From charming Arnold Field in Sonoma, where the Sonoma Stompers are hosting the San Francisco Seagulls, the anthem has been played, and Sam Matherly has taken his warm-up tosses on the mound for the Stompers. And the lineup he's going to be facing looks like this. It's going to be Davis Gurman leading off, followed by Jake Brewer, who's at shortstop. Then it's AJ Hurtado back in action, playing left field. Christian Lamoth plays first in Matt's cleanup. Then it's Marcus Graham, the DH, in the 5 spot, followed by Brandon Swanson playing third. Then it's Ethan Lopez playing catcher. Cade Heflin's in right and bats 8th. And Bryce Brooks plays second and bats 9th. Well, this is the 4th time the Seagulls have played the Stompers this year. The Stompers have won every game, but they've all been close. Their first matchup, matter of fact, back on the 6th of June, the Seagulls took a 12-7 lead into the 9th, but ended up losing 14-12. Then here in Sonoma on the 18th of June, the Seagulls went down 5-0 early. They came back to tie at 5-5 in the 8th, but lost 8-5. Similar story on the 7th of July here in Sonoma. The Seagulls lost that one 6-2. And then their most recent matchup on July 8th at home, the Seagulls lost that one 6-3 after the game was tied 3-3 in the 8th. So an evenly matched game between these two teams, but the Stompers are red hot. They've won their last 7 in a row. That's 2 against Santa Maria, 2 against the Seagulls, 1 against the Merchants, and 2 against the Philippines baseball group. So the Seagulls are going to look to interrupt some of their momentum here. The Stompers, by the way, 17-13 on the year and 14-6 at home. So a significant home field advantage for these Stompers. As I mentioned, the starting pitcher is going to be Sam Matherly, who's making his 3rd appearance and first start of the summer for the Stompers. Kind of a late addition to the squad. He made his debut on the 3rd of July against Santa Maria. And his second appearance was the 8th of July against the Seagulls, where he pitched 1 inning. So we'll see how long the leash is for Matherly today. So Davis Gurman set to lead things off for the Seagulls. Gurman hitting at .267 on the summer, and the first pitch of the ball game is just upstairs for ball 1. Well, Arnold Field, the dimensions here are pretty interesting. Down the lines, it's minuscule, 310 to left, 311 to right, as that one also misses to make it 2-0. Then it's 330 to straightaway left, 370 to left center, but it's 435 to dead center. The walls kind of form a triangle out there. Gurman takes this one down low, and he's ahead in the count 3-0. So a far cry from Tom Lara Field, at least in left field. Back home, it's 357 down the left field line. As Gurman heading the count 3-0. Here it is. And that's ball 4. So Gurman, a leadoff 4-pitch walk.
Now batting center fielder Davis Gurman.
The Stompers do lead the CCL in home runs with 22. Of course, they have some very talented hitters, but I have to imagine the dimensions play at least some factor in that. So now it's Jake Brewer. Gurman at first, nobody out, scoreless tie. We're just underway here in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Brewer. Called, strike 1. So after walking Gurman on 4 pitches to begin the ball game, Matherly finds the zone to Brewer on the first pitch. So no balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Brewer takes upstairs, ball 1. Brewer got his average over 300 with a nice game yesterday. He's hitting at 303 with an on-base percentage of .426. The 1-1. Brewer takes strike 2. Like a breaking ball from Matherly. Brewer playing in his 4th season with the Seagulls. Here's the 1-2. Gurman goes. Pitches outside. Throw down to second base by Garcia is high. And safe is the call. The second baseman, Oripero, had to leap up to get that one and couldn't get down in time. So the 4th stolen base of the summer for Gurman. Counts now 2-2 on Brewer. Seagulls have a man in scoring position early. Matherly sets. And the pitch. Up high, and that's back-to-back 3-ball counts to open this ball game. It is full on Brewer. So Gurman at second, nobody out. Just underway here in the top of the first. Big lead from Gurman at second. Now he heads back, and the pitch is chopped to the left side. Fielded at third by Vassell. He'll throw to first a little bit low, but Keys stays on the bag, and Gurman is retired. Sorry, make that Brewer is retired. Gurman goes back to second.
Now batting number 38, AJ Hurtado.
So here's AJ Hurtado. Hurtado back in there after missing the last 3 games. Really nice to have him back in the lineup. Batting third today. First pitch. Up high to Hurtado. Ball 1. Scoreless tie here in the top of the first with 1 out and Davis Gurman at second. Hurtado at the plate. And the pitch. Tapped foul at the plate. So 1-1 now to Hurtado. Might have hit that one off his foot. He's kind of walking around the dirt at home plate. One ball, one strike to Hurtado coming into this game, hitting at .262 with a .404 on base percentage. Trying to drive in Gurman from second. The pitch is in there, strike 2. We got a couple of college teammates standing in the home plate area. Both Hurtado and the Stompers catcher, Angel Garcia, attend Coppin State out in Baltimore. A little bit of a CCL reunion. And here's the 1-2. Ground ball left side towards the hole. Off the glove of the shortstop, and it rolls into shallow left field. Gurman's going to come around. He will jog in and score the first run of this game. It was going to be a tough play for Bryson Ayala at short. He tried to backhand it, and I think he kicked it. It hit off his foot and rolled towards the line. So Gurman able to score. I'm going to give Hurtado a hit because that was not an easy play. So the Seagulls strike first in Sonoma today, and now the batter will be Christian Lamoth. Lamoth hitting .292, a .412 OBP. First pitch. Up and away. Ball 1. Hurtado at first. 1 down. Seagulls on top 1-0 in the top of the first. And Lamoth gets hit. That one got him right around the stomach. So Lamoth, who was hit by a pitch twice yesterday in the Seagulls' loss to the Legends, gets drilled once again. And the Seagulls will have runners at first and second with 1 out. Stompers fans out in full force today. These games always well attended here in Sonoma. And we're going to get a mound visit already to Sam Matherly, who, as I mentioned, is making his first start, only his 3rd appearance of the summer. And both appearances only lasted 1 inning. So we'll see how long the leash is for him in this one. The home plate umpire starting to make his way out to the mound to break up this conversation. When everyone returns to their positions, it'll be Marcus Graham at the plate. A catcher by trade, plays some outfield, and he's DHing today. On the season, he's 8 for 51. That's a 157 average, but he's got a .353 on base percentage, so he's pretty adept at finding ways on base. What's most impressive is that he has 15 strikeouts to go along with 13 walks, so when those numbers are relatively even, you're doing something right. So back in action, Matherly comes set. And his first offering to Graham is in there for a strike. Graham showed bunt, but pulled back on that one. Hurtado at second, Lamoth at first. One down, Seagulls already a run in this top of the first. The 0-1. High fly ball, shallow right center. Uripero, the second baseman, goes out into shallow center field and makes the catch. As the infield fly rule was called, so Graham, an unproductive second out.
Now batting third baseman number 39, Brandon Swanson.
That'll bring up Brandon Swanson. Swanson's had a really excellent last 10 games. Hitting at .268 for the year with an .815 OPS. First pitch to him here is up and away. Ball one. Well, to take you guys behind the curtain a bit, I'm sitting directly behind the backstop. The third base dugout, which is the Seagulls dugout, is directly to my left. So I don't have the greatest view of pitch locations, as the next one is up high to Swanson. 2-0 now. Hurtado at second, Lamoth at first. 1-0, the Seagulls lead with 2 outs in the first inning. Hitters count to Swanson. The 2-0. Foul back, strike one. Well, I mentioned the small dimensions of this ballpark. 310 down the left field line, 330 to straightaway left, and Swanson, who's a dead pull hitter, maybe has his eyes on that short porch. The 2-1. On the ground, left side towards the hole, fielded by Vassell at third. He'll throw to first in time to get Swanson, and the inning is over. Seagulls got a run, but leave 2 men on, 1-0, as we head to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the second inning. Sorry, make that bottom of the first inning is almost here. George Schmidt, the 9th, on the mound for the Seagulls. A two-way player, not in the lineup today. Solely on the mound. Making his 4th appearance and 2nd start of the year. His last appearance was against Sonoma at home on the 18th. Make that the 8th of July. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run. Schmidt, a 2026 graduate of Foothill High School in Pleasanton. One of the youngest players on the Seagulls roster, as the practice throw has gone down to second from Ethan Lopez. And Chase Taylor will stride into the box. Taylor, an East Bay guy out of Concord High School, hitting .232 on the summer, .691 OPS. First pitch from Schmidt is in there, strike one. You might be thinking, a .232 hitter, why is he leading off? Well, he's got an on-base percentage of .411. The 0-1. Taylor hits a high fly ball to right. This is carrying a bit, but Heflin looks like he's got a beat on it. Now he comes in and makes the catch. So Taylor is gone on 2 pitches. So here's Nick Sebastiani. Kind of playing in his own backyard. He's a native of the city of Sonoma. First pitch to him from Schmidt is up and in. Sebastiani had to duck out of the way. So 1-0 the count. Sebastiani, a .233 hitter this summer. Home run and a double. 1-0. Ooh, a low strike called. Favorable for the Seagulls. And it's 1-1. Next pitch. Sebastiani takes ball 2. Nick Sebastiani is teammates with his cousin Ben Sebastiani, but Ben's not in the lineup today. 2-1. Foul back to make it 2-2. A mighty cut from Sebastiani. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schmidt throws. Fly ball along the right field line and foul ground. A long run for Cade Heflin, still on the move, and it's going to drop foul out of his reach. Seagulls 1, Stompers nothing. We're here in the bottom of the first inning with the bases empty and 1 out. A 2-2 count. George Schmidt facing Nick Sebastiani. Schmidt throws, and another foul ball off to the right. This one will get out of play. It's a little bit of a battle brewing between Schmidt and Sebastiani. Schmidt comes set, and the left-hander throws. Breaking ball, got him swinging.
Now batting for the Sonoma Stompers, designated hitter number 52, Hunter Carlson.
Here's the CCL All-Star, Hunter Carlson. DH batting third today, lefty-lefty matchup. And Schmidt throws in the dirt to Carlson. It takes a huge hop away from Ethan Lopez. So 1-0 to Carlson. The pitch. Carlson takes another one in the dirt. 2-0. Schmidt comes set and pitches. Fastball in there, strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Carlson hits a high, towering fly ball to right, very shallow. The second baseman, Brooks, is called off by the right fielder, Heflin, who puts it away. And that's a 1-2-3 first inning for George Schmidt. Still 1-0 Seagulls as we go to the second. 1-0 Seagulls as we begin the second inning. Ethan Lopez will lead off after the Seagulls sent 6 men to the plate in the first. Scored a run on a single from A.J. Hurtado. Matherly back to the mound, so you figure unless something goes horribly wrong, he would end up turning in his longest outing of the summer, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1 to Lopez. 1-0. Lopez sends a ground ball right back to Matherly. He fields it cleanly and will underhand to first in time for the first out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now batting tonight's beer batter number 20, Cade Heflin.
So here's Cade Heflin. I'm not sure if you folks heard that on the announcements, but he is the beer batter. So hopefully he won't strike out today, and all these Stompers fans will have to pay full price for their drinks. The first pitch. Heflin hits it hard into right center field. On the move, Taylor, and he's going to make the catch out in center. Nice running play for the second out.
Now batting second baseman Bryce Brooks.
So here's Bryce Brooks. Brooks 3 for 18 on the summer, but he's got an OBP of 348. First pitch. He takes strike one. Brooks, one of, if not the fastest Seagull. When he gets on base, which he's pretty good at doing, he can run wild. Next one misses upstairs for ball 1 as Matherly working quickly. The 1-1. Ground ball. Back to Matherly again. He's going to field this position for the second time in this inning. He flips to first in time to get Brooks, and that is a 1-2-3, top of the second. Still 1-0 Seagulls, midway through 2. One nothing Seagulls as we begin the bottom of the second inning. George Schmidt back to the mound. He's going to be facing the right-handed hitting Wesley Bass. Schmidt sets. And his first one to Bass. Breaking ball, ground ball, left side, fielded by Brewer. No, he bobbles it at short. Picks it up, but cannot recover in time. Bass runs it out. First base runner of the game for the Stompers. And it'll bring up Tino Vassell.
Now batting number 21, Tino Vassell.
So Tino Vassell has absolutely torched the Seagulls this summer. Schmidt's first pitch to him. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Vassell, the first two times these teams matched up, back on the 6th of June, he hit a game-tying 2-run triple in the 9th inning. As the next one is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Then the second time these teams matched up, Vassell hit a grand slam in the first inning. Also picked up an RBI against the Seagulls on July 7th. And the next day, he was on base 4 times. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Bass back standing. So Vassell, like I said, has torched the Seagulls this summer, and it would be absolutely huge to keep him off the board today. 0-2. Vassell takes ball one. Not entirely sure where that one missed. A great pitch from Schmidt, but it's called ball one. Bass at first. Nobody out. 1-0 Seagulls in the bottom half of the second. The 1-2. Ground ball. Up the middle. Base hit. Bass holds at second. Vassell, another base knock against the Seagulls.
Now batting catcher number 36, Angel Garcia.
The Stompers are threatening in the bottom of the second. First and second, nobody out for Angel Garcia. Garcia hitting .270 with a .778 OPS on the summer. 1 home run, 11 driven in. Schmidt throws. Garcia shows bunt and gets it down. It's going to be Schmidt off the mound. He will throw to third, and they got him! Bass didn't even bother sliding.
Now batting,
so a smart play by Schmidt, a daring play, but one that worked out, getting the lead runner at third. So the bunt turns into an unproductive out. So here's Trent Keys. First pitch. Keys gets drilled in the back, right at the top of his jersey number. He kind of slings the bat towards the dugout in frustration. Obviously no intent there. And now the Stompers have the bases loaded with 1 out. And the 8-hitter, Misael Uripero, coming up. Uripero hitting .202 on the summer, but with a .372 on-base percentage. He's got 1 home run and 16 runs batted in. A native of Venezuela batting with the bases loaded and 1 out. Seagulls trying to protect a 1-0 lead. George Schmidt has found himself in a jam. The first pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Lopez, and that's strike one. Obviously not a comfortable spot for Schmidt, but some consolation. It is the 8-hole hitter up with, of course, the 9th place hitter on deck. The 0-1. Uripero takes in the dirt. It gets by Lopez and rolls to the backstop. That'll be an easy run for the Stompers. The runners also move up to second and third, and it's 1-1. So not only does it score a run, but it takes away the double play chance. Now second and third, 1 out in a 1-1 tie. Schmidt comes set, and he delivers. Uripero takes ball 2. Outside with a curveball. Schmidt trying to keep this game tied. 2-1 to Uripero. Ground ball towards the middle. Brewer is going to field it and throw to first. He gets Uripedo, but Garcia comes in to score, and it's now 2-1 Stompers.
Now batting number 51, Bryson Ayala.
It's a run-scoring groundout for Uripedo, and it brings up Bryson Ayala now with the runner at third and 2 down. Schmidt's first pitch. Down low. Off the glove of Lopez, but doesn't get far away, so Ayala make that keys at third. No thought of coming home with Ayala at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Ayala rips this one into center field, and it's down for a base hit. The second Stomper hit of the inning and their third run. It's now 3-1.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
Well, Schmidt had a 1-2-3 first inning, but less fortunate here in the second. Chase Taylor in the box for the second time today. First pitch. In there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Schmidt fires. Misses just above the zone to Taylor. This inning has gone error, single, bunt fielder's choice, hit batter, ground out, single. Taylor takes in the dirt. Nice stop by Lopez. It's 2-1 now. Schmidt up to 30 pitches here in the second. Two one. Taylor takes strike 2. Kind of cocks his head, not really sure whether it should have been called a strike. 2-2. Runner goes. Pitches in the dirt, so Lopez blocked it with his chest, and Ayala will steal second easily. So a full count now, 3 runs in this inning for the Stompers. They lead at 3-1. Schmidt fires. Taylor lifts it in the air to left field. Moving back is Hurtado, and he makes the catch a few feet away from the warning track, but the Stompers put up 3 in the second. They're ahead 3-1.
Now batting for the Seagulls, center fielder number 9, Dumesnil-Vickers.
Top of the third inning now. It is 3-1 Stompers. Davis Gurman will lead off for the Seagulls. He drew a walk to lead off the game, stole second, and came around to score on Hurtado's single. First pitch to him here. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. A 1 pitch to Gurman. Foul back again, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. Lifted in the air, right field, not deep. Racing in Bass, and this ball's going to drop foul. That ball had a lot of tail on it. I thought for sure it was going to end up in fair territory. Maybe something to keep an eye on throughout this game. Still 0-2 on Gurman, leading off this top of the third inning with the Seagulls trailing 3-1. Here's another 0-2 offering. Upstairs, ball 1. Gurman rips this one to the right side and fielded at second by Uripedo, and he will throw a little bit high, but in time to get Gurman for the first out. Hit it hard, but to the wrong spot.
Now batting for the Seagulls, shortstop number 29, Jake Brewer.
So now here's Jake Brewer. Matherly deals. Up and maybe a little bit into Brewer, ball 1. Brewer has split his time between third and short this year, playing at the ladder today, the 1-0. Checks his swing and definitely did not go the appeal anyway. First base umpire makes a safe signal, and it's ball 2. The 2-0. Brewer shows bunt but pulls back and takes ball 3. Brewer came into this game with a .426 on base percentage, so he definitely takes his walks. Ahead in the count 3-0. We'll see what he does. He takes ball 4, fastball down near the dirt. So second walk of the game thrown by Matherly, both of them coming on 4 pitches. So A.J. Hurtado will bat. His single in the first inning produced the only Seagulls run so far. Brewer at first leads the Seagulls in steals. We'll keep an eye on him. First pitch to Hurtado is foul back to the screen for strike 1. Seven stolen bases for Brewer this summer, and he has not been caught. Hurtado batting with an 0-1 count. Matherly throws. And it's outside. Ball 1. Matherly on the mound for the Stompers, making his first start of the year. Previously had 2 relief appearances, both of only 1 inning, but he's still out there in the third, and the 1-1. Hurtado takes ball 2, and again, I don't have the greatest vantage point of the strike zone, but it seemed relatively small for the most part today. That's a welcome sign if you were watching our broadcast for the first 2 games of the Legends series. Strike zones were absolutely atrocious. New day today, the 2-1 is upstairs, so 3-1 now to Hurtado. After Matherly walked Brewer, who's now at first base, command may be starting to slip a little bit. Seagulls trying to work towards retaking the lead. The 3-1. Hurtado takes ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks drawn by the Seagulls. And Christian Lamoth will bat with first and second and 1 out. And the catcher Garcia is making his way to the mound, so he's going to talk things over with Matherly. Now the coach and all 4 infielders are going to join them on the mound. And Matherly has been lifted from this game. So his longest outing of the year, 2 1/3 innings. I'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. Ken Blankenship is the new pitcher for the Stompers. He's coming in this top of the third inning. It's Christian Lamoth at the plate. Runners at first and second, one down. Blankenship in his sixth game of the summer. He's got a 6.35 ERA in 11 1/3 innings. He comes set. And his first pitch to Lamoth is popped up high in the air, right side of the diamond. Keys calls for it from first. The infield fly rule is finally called, and Lamoth makes an unproductive out on the first pitch.
Now batting for the Seagulls, designated hitter Marcus Graham.
So it'll be up to Marcus Graham. First and second, now 2 down. Seagulls down 3-1. Ken Blankenship now facing his second batter of the evening. Brewer at second, Hurtado at first. The pitch. Graham takes strike one. Seagulls got a run in the first inning on the single from Hurtado. Then the Stompers put up 3 in the bottom half of the second. A 1 pitch to Graham. He takes ball 1. Stompers defense pretty straight up. They're not holding either of the Seagulls base runners on. The 1-1 pitch. Graham pops it foul, twisting out of play behind the first base dugout, and it's 1-2. Blankenship in relief of the starter Matherly, who went 2 1/3. His longest outing of the summer. He's responsible for both runners on base. 1-2 to Graham. The runners go, and Graham hits a fly ball along the left field line, slicing towards foul territory, and it will drop out of play. So both runners will have to retreat to their bases. Pretty short in right field here in Sonoma, just like in San Bruno. 3-11 down the line here, 3-02 back home. 345 to straightaway right. Another 1-2 pitch. Graham hits it pretty well down the right field line. This is going to be extra bases. It is. One hop up against the wall. Graham on his way to second. Brewer's going to come around and score. Now Hurtado's getting waved. The relay throw to the plate is a little bit offline, and he scores! Graham now on his way to third as the ball gets past the catcher, and the Seagulls have tied it on a double by Graham.
Now batting third baseman number 39, Brennan.
One of the biggest swings of the season for the Australian Marcus Graham. He's tied at 3-3 in the third. That ball was smoked down the line. So now it's Brandon Swanson with Graham at third and 2 down. He swings and misses at a first pitch breaking ball. Swanson, a Las Vegas guy, went to Faith Lutheran High School out there and College of Southern Nevada in Henderson. The 0-1 is called the ball. Not sure where it missed, but I'll certainly take it. 1-1 now. Blankenship throws. Swanson takes down low. Good eye by Brandon. So 2 balls and 1 strike now. This inning started with a ground out by Davis Gurman. Brewer and Hurtado both walked, at which point Matherly was removed from the game. As the 2-1 is hit high in the air, shallow right. Second baseman Uripedo is there. He makes the catch. The inning is over, but the Seagulls tie it on the 2-run double from Graham. 3-3 midway through the third. Bottom of the third inning now. It is tied up at 3. Nick Sebastiani will lead off against George Schmidt. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Sebastiani struck out swinging in the first inning, the lone strikeout of the game so far for Schmidt. Trying to bounce back after a 3-run second inning. The 0-1. Fly ball center field. Davis Gurman comes in a few steps, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting number 52, Hunter Carlson.
Now here's Hunter Carlson, the left-handed DH tonight and 3-hitter. First pitch. Carlson takes ball 1. Carlson out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Found his way to Sonoma for the summer. The 1-0. And the dirt bounced in front of the plate there. So 2-0 now. Not a very comfortable spot to be in a 2-0 count to Carlson, who came into this game hitting .294, a .975 OPS, 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in. 2-0 now. Down low, 3-0. So if anyone would have the green light in this Stompers lineup, it's probably Carlson. Lefty-lefty matchup. We'll see what happens. The pitch. Down low and off the glove of Lopez. And that's ball 4.
Now batting for the Stompers, number 37, Mike Jones.
First walk that Schmidt has induced today. And this is interesting. We've got a pinch hitter in the 3rd inning. Mike Jones is going to hit for Wesley Bass. So we hope everything's okay with Bass. First pitch to Jones is hit in the air down the left field line. Hurtado comes in, and this ball is down fair. It's going to be a single for Jones. Carlson stops at second. Just perfectly placed right down the line. And once again, the Stompers are in business. And this is not the guy the Seagulls want to see. Tino Vassell in the box. He's had his fair share of huge swings against the Seagulls this year. Schmidt trying to avoid another one. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung over the breaking ball. Strike 1. If you're just joining us, Vassell hit a game-tying triple back on the 6th of June in San Bruno, and a grand slam the first time the Seagulls came to Sonoma this year. 0-1. That's in there. Strike 2. Vassell, a single and a run scored today. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. To third, Swanson makes the catch on a line. He had to reach down for that one. I thought for a second it hit the ground. But a nice play by Swanson to pick that one, and that's the second out. That brings up Angel Garcia. First and second, 2 outs. 3-3 tie in the 3rd. Schmidt delivers. And Garcia takes strike 1. We've been seeing that low strike called a couple times today by the home plate umpire. A small zone other than that. But 0-1 the count. Pitch from Schmidt. Fastball outside, ball 1. Carlson walked, he's at second. Jones singled, he's at first. Now here's the 1-1. Garcia checks his swing. Did he go? Are you going to appeal? Ooh, wow. They call no swing. I don't know about that. Nobody really asked for an appeal until late. It was the pitcher, George Schmidt, who initiated it. I don't know. I thought that may have been the wrong call, but the count's now 2-1. Schmidt trying to get out of the inning unscathed. The 2-1. Garcia fouls it back, and Schmidt now a strike away from a scoreless 3rd. 3-3 tie. Seagulls 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd. All 3 runs for the Stompers came in that 2nd inning.
What? My chair? I don't use a chair. I go around, I move.
The 2-2. Garcia takes ball 3 just outside. Nice frame by Lopez. Home plate umpire didn't go for it. So it's now a full count, and the runners will be on motion. Schmidt throws. Up and away, ball 4. Missed with the fastball, and that will load the bases for Trent Keys.
Number 3, Trent Keys.
'So a mound visit has now concluded. Cage Casconi and catcher and all the infielders went out to have a word with George Schmidt ahead of this at bat against Keys. With the bases loaded, 2 down, 3-3 tie in the third. Schmidt's first pitch to Keys is in the dirt and blocked by Lopez. Really nice stop by the Seagull catcher, but it's ball 1. One 0. Down and away, ball 2 to Keys, who was drilled in the back by Schmidt in the second inning. Obviously no intent, but I'm sure that's at least in the back of Keys' mind. As he bats with the bases loaded, 2 down, 2 balls, no strikes to count. Schmidt throws, and that's in there, strike 1. Keys hitting at .279 this summer, .871 OPS. He's got 1 home run, but hit 4 at San Joaquin Delta College this spring. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1 the count now. Two walks and a single are how the Stompers have loaded the bases. Carlson at second, Carlson at third, Jones at second, Garcia at first. And the 3-1 now is in the dirt, ball 4. And Schmidt has walked a run in, and the Stompers are back in front 4-3.
Now batting number 46, Misael Uripero.
So now here's Oripero. Still bases loaded, 2 down. Stompers now ahead 4-3. Schmidt facing Oripero. First pitch. Foul back, up and over the backstop, strike 1. Uripero drove in a run with a ground out back in the second inning. Big time opportunity for the Stompers here. The 0-1. Right side, Bryce Brooks slides, he's got it. He will throw to first, low, and it goes by Lamoth. 1 run has scored, another coming around, and it's now 6-3. Well, a really nice sliding play by Bryce Brooks. The throw was low and a little offline. Lamoth couldn't keep it in front of him. So 2-run score on the play. Mark Caviglia now making his way to the mound. We'll see if this is the end of the line for Schmidt. He taps his left arm. Someone else is coming in this game. I'll tell you who it is after the break. So Ted Tesaurus has entered this game. Tesaurus will be making his 9th appearance of the summer, and in 24 innings, he's got an ERA of 4.88. He's been pretty spectacular in the month of July. Source a 3.00 ERA in the month of July. And he has not thrown since the 8th of July, also against the Stompers. So he's going on 3 days rest. Been a starter at times, but even out of the bullpen, he's provided some length. So you got to imagine he'll be in there for at least a few innings today. Score is currently 6-3. 2 runs came in when Bryce Brooks made an excellent sliding stop, but the throw was wild. Stompers have put up 3 in the last 2 innings. And this one is still going. You've got Uripedo at first, Keys at third, and the 9th place hitter Bryson Ayala will stand in. Soros trying to keep the Stompers from running away with this one. He sets. His first pitch to Ayala. Runner from first goes, pitches a strike. Lopez will pump fake a throw. Keys stays at third. It's a steal for Uripedo. So second and third now. 2 down, 6-3 Stompers. Tesaurus against Ayala. The 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Lopez. So 1-1 now. One. Ripped into right field. That's down for a base hit. Keys has scored. Uripedo will be held at third. Nice throw in by Heflin, but it bounces away from Lopez. Uripedo stays at third, but Ayala will go to second.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
So an RBI single from Ayala scores Keys, advances Uripedo to third, and then Ayala went to second when the throw got away. And whoa, the sprinklers are going off in center field. The sprinklers at the lip of where the infield dirt meets the outfield grass have started going off. We'll certainly have a delay of game here. So someone's got to turn these off. Gotta wonder when the last time this has happened was. I will say, this has not happened at Tom Lara Field. I've got nothing but good things to say about Arnold Field, but the Seagulls haven't had a sprinkler malfunction this year. Take that as you will. So the sprinklers have turned off now, so that didn't take very long. Tesaurus now getting his warm-up tosses in. So the grass will be a little bit more wet in the very shallow outfield. So second and third, 2 down. Leadoff hitter Chase Taylor climbs in with the Stompers ahead 7-3. 4 runs in this third inning so far. Tesaurus first pitch. Inside, ball 1. Sebastiani on deck. He led off this third inning, so the Stompers have officially batted around 7-3 in the third inning. 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, Lopez, it's off his chest, and it rolls in front of him to the lip of the grass. Both runners stay put. The ball picked up by Tesaurus, and he'll just walk it back to the mound. So 2 balls and no strikes on Chase Taylor. 2 flyouts on his line today. Tesaurus trying to hold the Stompers here and keep the Seagulls in this one. The 2-0. Ripped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Uripedo will score. Ayala getting waved. The throw in is off the glove of Lamothe. It rolls to Tesaurus. Taylor stays at first. He's driven in 2 with the single, and now it's 9-3.
Now batting left fielder number 6, Nick Sebastiani.
So here's Sebastiani batting for the second time in the third. He takes the first pitch, curveball for a called strike. Well, this third inning has gone awry for the Seagulls. 6 runs in for the Stompers, and this ball is hit in the air to pretty deep left field off the bat of Sebastiani, and it's gone. A 2-run homer for Nick Sebastiani. His second of the summer, and now it's an 8-run inning, and the score is 11-3.
Homer and Harold Chase has just won 2 free tickets to a Stomper game. Now batting designated hitter number 52, Hunter Carlson.
So now here's Hunter Carlson, the Stompers, now with an 8-run lead and an 8-run inning. Carlson against Tesaurus. The first pitch is in the dirt. You got to feel for Ted Tesaurus. He came in relief of the starter Schmidt with 2 on. He's now given up 2 singles and a home run to the 3 batters he's faced. Here comes the 1-0. In the dirt again. That one bounced in front of the plate. 2-0 now. Seagulls still searching for that first win against the Stompers this year. And their previous 4 games had all been close. This one, Stompers have opened it up quite a bit. The 2-0. Big, slow curveball catches the top of the zone. Carlson doesn't really agree, but that's strike 1. Right side of the infield for the Seagulls, shading Carlson to pull. Lefty-lefty matchup. Now the 2-1. Curveball upstairs for ball 3. This is pretty out of character so far for Tesaurus. He'd been so good in the month of July. The 3-1 is in the dirt, ball 4. And Cage Cascone makes his way out of the dugout, and we're going to get another mound visit. Talking things over with Tesaurus, who has now faced 4 batters and hasn't retired any of them. When this mound visit is over, Mike Jones will bat. For Tesaurus in this outing, first batter he faced was Ayala, who singled. Then Taylor singled, Sebastiani homered, and Carlson drew a walk. So Cascone making his way back to the dugout. The umpire making his way to the mound. He will make a U-turn, jog back behind the plate.
Now batting number 37, Mike Jones.
So Mike Jones, who came in for Wesley Bass in the 3rd inning. We hope everything's okay with Bass. Definitely an unusual early substitution. Tesaurus' first pitch to Jones is a fastball down low for ball 1. Carlson at first, 2 down. 11-3 Stompers in the 3rd, the 1-0. Fastball is hit high in the air behind the plate. Ethan Lopez in foul ground makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Stompers score 8 times. They're ahead 11-3 as we go to the 4th. The fourth inning is upon us from charming Arnold Field in Sonoma. The Stompers leading the Seagulls 11-3. We've got a new arm in the game for Sonoma. It is Finn Chapman. His first task will be Ethan Lopez. Chapman delivers. And Lopez takes ball one.
Batting for the Seagulls, number 30, Ethan Lopez.
Seagulls facing an 8-run deficit here in the fourth. They've definitely shown an ability to come back this season. Definitely a tall task tonight, the 1-0. Lopez takes a called strike one, even though it was dropped by the catcher Garcia. When you think back to 2 days ago against the Menlo Park Legends, the Seagulls were down 10-4 in the 8th inning. They came back to tie it. Could not finish off a win. But this is a team that has the ability to rally late. We'll see if they can do so here tonight. The 1-1 down in the dirt to make it 2-1. The 2-1. That is called. Strike two. Caught the corner up and away. And the Stompers really love their sound effects here. Playing some sort of music or video clip after almost every pitch. Now the 2-2. Lopez takes upstairs. The count goes full to the first batter Chapman faces. So here comes the 3-2. Lopez fouls it off to the right, sailing over the Stompers' dugout. (11-3), the Stompers lead the Seagulls here in the top of the fourth. Ethan Lopez leading off against the new Stompers arm, Finn Chapman. Chapman from the windup throws, and Lopez hits a high chopper left side. The shortstop Ayala fields a high hop and throws out Lopez for out number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting is
Chapman, by the way, making his 5th appearance of the summer. He's now pitched 5 2/3 innings and is yet to give up a run. Yet to give up an earned run, I should say. So here's Heflin. And the pitch is in there, strike one. They're making a big deal here about how Heflin is the beer batter. If he strikes out, beer will be half price, so very least Heflin can try to make sure these Stompers fans pay full price for their alcohol tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Heflin fouls it back to the screen, strike two. Base is empty. One down here in the top of the fourth. It's 11-3, Sonoma. Seagulls facing the third Stompers arm of the evening, Finn Chapman, who came in relief of Ken Blankenship, who got the last 2 outs of the third. Chapman, long pause. Now from the windup, throws. Heflin strikes out swinging. So the first time today a Seagull has struck out. That'll bring up Bryce Brooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, beer in the beer trailer is now on discount.
So Brooks in the box. First pitch is called, the ball just below the zone. Good take from Brooks. And now it's 1-0. Shadows starting to creep across the diamond here at Arnold Field. The 1-0. Up high, 2-0 now to Brooks. Brooks, no stranger to being ahead in the count. 5 walks on the summer. He's got an OBP of 348. So Chapman ready. 2-0 pitch. Brooks takes strike 1. A patient approach for Brooks so far in this at-bat. Chapman has retired the first 2 Seagulls he's faced. Brooks trying to extend the inning. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Bryce Brooks. Chapman delivers, and Brooks takes in the dirt, and the count goes full. Starting to cool down a little bit here in Sonoma. 82 degrees, but it feels a little chillier. There is a breeze in the air. It was 89. A high temperature today, a far cry from what we're used to in San Bruno. Full count to Bryce Brooks with 2 outs, bases empty in the 4th. The pitch is up and away, ball 4. Bryce Brooks on base once again. And Davis Gurman will bat with the speedy Brooks on first. Gurman a walk and a ground out on his ledger today. Chapman the set. Long pause and the first pitch to Gurman. Just off the outside, ball 1. Looks like a small strike zone today, but for the most part, it's been consistent. One and 0 to Gurman. And the pitch. He takes in the dirt, ball 2. Seagulls trying to work their way back into this one, down 11-3 in the 4th. And Angel Garcia will trot out to the mound to talk some things over with Chapman. That's the 2 of them on that mound. No coaches or infielders joining them. Garcia now makes his way back behind the plate. It's the Stompers 11, the Seagulls 3. In the top of the 4th with Brooks at first and 2 down. 2 balls, no strikes to Gurman. Chapman comes set and a pickoff throw to first. Chapman's got a pretty nice move, but Brooks was back in safely. Ball in the gap or down the line, very likely to score the speedy Brooks. 2-0. Gurman fouls it back to the screen, had a big rip, and just missed that one. So 2-1 now to Gurman. Pitch from Chapman is up high, ball 3. So 3-1 the count to Gurman after Brooks drew a walk the hitter before. Seagulls trying to start a 2-out rally against Chapman. 3-1. Gurman takes strike 2. Make it back-to-back full counts. And Brooks will be on the move with this 3-2 pitch. Chapman definitely not a fast worker on the mound. He sets and steps off. Chapman definitely works at a slower pace than most pitchers we've seen in the CCL this summer. His payoff pitch is way up high, the level of Gurman's head, so back-to-back walks will set the stage for Jake Brewer.
Now batting shortstop number 29, Jake Brewer.
Stompers lead 11-3. They put up 8 runs in the bottom of the third. Seagulls have runners at first and second, both with good speed, and 2 down. Brewer at the plate trying to mount a response. A lot of time left to go in this one. Finn Chapman throws, and Brewer takes high for ball 1. Command a little shaky for Chapman after retiring the first 2 Seagulls of the inning. Want to know the count? Here it is. Brewer takes just above the zone. Nice eye from Jake. Strike zone continues to be a little bit tight today. We're going to get another mound visit. This time the coach comes out of the dugout. Garcia will trot to the mound for the second time in this inning. He's fallen behind 2-0 after walking back-to-back Seagulls. Stompers lead 11-3, but it would be big for Brewer to drive in a run or 2. Show that the Seagulls won't go down quietly. Brooks the runner at second. Gurman the runner at first. This mound visit still going on, and the home plate umpire will make his way to the mound. Tell him to break things up. So there's 4 men on the mound now, but not for long. Umpire and coach both walking away together. So Garcia now back on the dirt. Back behind the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Jake Brewer with 2 on and 2 out. And finally the pitch. Brewer swings and pops it up. Foul. Out of play, and it hits off the light tower. And somehow lands in the shaded stands here at Arnold Field for strike 1. So 2-1 to Jake Brewer. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball shallow right. Racing in. Basson is going to fall for a base hit. Brooks scores from second. Gurman goes to third. So indeed, the Seagulls do mount something of a response. Brewer with the RBI bloop single, and it's 11-4. I want to correct myself. I referred to the right fielder as Bass. It is, in fact, Mike Jones, who came in for Bass earlier in this game. So a perfectly placed bloop single from Jake Brewer scores the 4th Seagulls run and brings up A.J. Hurtado. First pitch to him is in there, strike 1. We know Hurtado's got pop. One swing can go a long way in this one. Pickoff throw to first. Brewer dives back safely. 11-4 the score. Stompers are ahead, but only in the 4th inning. Another pickoff throw to first. Once again, Brewer dives back in safely. Well, it's very apparent that the CCL does not have the pickoff limitations rule that MLB does. Pitchers definitely love to pick off in this league. The 0-1. Hurtado swings and taps it foul at the plate. So he's now behind 0-2. Christian Lamoth on deck. Seagulls would love to get him up in this inning. (11-4). Stompers lead 1 across for the Seagulls in this inning. First and third, 2 down. Oh, 2 pitch with Brewer on the move. Hurtado checks his swing, and he is ruled to have swung by the first base umpire. He doesn't really think so, and neither do I. And that will end the inning. On a somewhat misguided check swing call, the Seagulls are retired, but not before they score a run. It's 11-4 midway through the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning now. Ted DeSource back on the mound, hoping for better fortunes after getting roughed up a bit when he came in with 2 down in the third. And he will face the Seagulls killer, Tino Vassell. First pitch. Called a ball. Really don't know where that missed, but it's ball 1. Source against Vassell. Here's a chopper foul up the first baseline. So 1-1 the count. The pitch. Up high, ball 2. Stompers on top, 11-4. They put up 3 in the second and 8 in the third. Now the 2-1. In the dirt, ball 3. That's kind of been a theme with both the starter Schmidt and Tesaurus. A lot of pitches in the dirt. Had to make the catcher Ethan Lopez work hard. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Tesaurus comes home, and Vassell takes a fastball up high, and that's a leadoff walk.
Now batting number 36, Angel Garcia.
So runner at first, nobody out. The batter will be Angel Garcia against Tesaurus. Runner goes with the first pitch. Called strike. Throw it on to second by Lopez is right there. And Vassell is out by a mile. Nice throw by Lopez. I mean, that was right on the money. Could not have put it in a better spot for Bryce Brooks. And Vassell is erased. Oh, 0-1 now to Garcia, the pitch. That's in there, strike two. Will be really big for Tesaurus and the Seagulls to have a clean fourth inning. Here's the 0-2. Garcia takes in the dirt and off the glove of Lopez. Nice 0-2 pitch, but Garcia not willing to chase. One and two, the pitch. Tapped foul at the plate, so Garcia stays alive. First baseman Trent Keys is on deck. Stompers on top 11-4 with one down and the bases empty in the bottom half of the fourth. Here's the 1-2. Garcia hits it pretty deep down the left field line. There's not a lot of room out there, and it's gone. Well, an Arnold Field special. He hit a low line drive right between the 310 and 330 markers. Angel Garcia's second home run of the summer, and it's 12-4.
Now batting for yours. Sonoma Stompers number 3, Trent Keys.
Second home run of the game for the Stompers. Garcia joins Sebastiani. Now it's Trent Keys, and he fouls one off his foot. So he's going to try and walk this one off. Stompers have now scored in every inning except the first. Owen won the count to Keys. The pitch. Down low, ball one. Here's the 1-1 now. And Keys waves and misses. Nice curveball from Tesaurus. Keys comes up with nothing but air, and it's 1-2. Stompers 12 runs on only 7 hits. The 1-2. In the dirt, ball 2. Keys hasn't been kept off base today. He was drilled in the second and drew a walk in the third. The 1-1. Sorry, 2-2 is the count, and the pitch is popped up foul towards the Seagulls dugout. Does Swanson have a play? Yes, he does. Nice catch by Brandon Swanson and foul ground for the second out.
Now batting number 46, Midle.
So now here's Uripero. A walk, then a caught stealing, a solo home run, a pop out. Now the batter is Uripero, bases empty, 2 down, and a called strike on a breaking ball. Here's the 0-1. That is in there for a strike. Home plate umpire continues to give the bottom of the zone to the pitchers. And it's 0-2 now. The 0-2. Called ball 1. That looked darn near identical to the last pitch that was called a strike. So make it 1-2 to Misael Uripero, the Venezuela native. Now the 1-2 is in the dirt. Uripedo started to swing, but certainly held up on a pitch that bounced in front of the plate. And it's now 2-2. So Mark Caviglia will check on Lopez. That one might have gotten him in a sensitive area. He's been very busy behind the plate today. Well, everything looks to be okay. Lopez back behind the plate. It's 2-2 to Misael Uripedo. 12-4 Stompers lead. 2 down, bases empty in the bottom of the 4th. Tesauris with the 2-2. Ground ball to first. Christian Lamoth on the backhand. Nice stab. He will flip to Tesauris, covering in time to retire Uripedo and end the 4th inning. 12-4 the score. Stompers are ahead as we go to the 5th.
For the Seagulls, Christian Lamont.
Top of the 5th inning now. Finn Chapman back out there after surrendering a run in the 4th. His first task will be Christian Lamoth, the Seagulls' first baseman. Lamoth was drilled for the 3rd time in not even 2 full games his last time up. First pitch. He takes. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Lamoth. The pitch. He rips that one off the pitcher, Chapman, and knocks his glove off. He will field it with his throwing arm and flip to first in time to get Lamoth. My goodness, what bad luck for Lamoth. And Chapman, in a sense. That ball drilled him. I'm not sure where it got him, but his glove came off. He's walking around on the mound, so he looks to be okay. So really, really bad luck for Lamoth. That ball was drilled. And especially bad luck because the ricochet went right towards first base, so Lamoth barely even had to, or Chapman barely even had to make a throw to get him, as Marcus Graham now bats and takes the first pitch in the dirt.
Head on over to the left field foul pole right now. It's time to race the players. It's time for Are You Faster Than the Sonoma Stompers?
Now here's the 1-0. Graham takes strike 1. Back in the 3rd inning, Graham roasted a double down the right field line. And at the time, tied the game at 3. So 1-1 the count. The pitch. Graham takes inside, had to jump out of the way a little bit. It's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to the native of Berwick, Australia, Marcus Graham. 2-1. Up and away, ball 3. The command has been a bit of an issue for Chapman in this outing. 2 walks last inning, now behind to Graham, 3-1. Here it is. Graham sends it on the ground to first. Keys fields the hop. He will take it to the bag himself. And that's out number 2.
Now batting number 39, Brandon Swanson.
So here's Brandon Swanson for the 3rd time. A ground out and a pop out for him so far today. Chapman a long hold. Now the first pitch to Swanson. Check swing. He definitely went around. Strike 1. May have been in the zone anyway. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Well, for Swanson, who's a dead pull hitter, it's an opportunity to bat with the short left field fence. As I mentioned, it's 310 down the line and 330 to straightaway left. The 0-2. That one goes behind Swanson. Wow. Nowhere near where Chapman wanted to put that one. So 1-2 to the Nevada native. Chapman deals. Swanson sends a ground ball foul up the third base line. Another 1-2. This one smacked into left field down the line. Foul. Brandon Swanson, I mentioned he's a dead pull hitter. He's had his fair share of near miss extra base hits that have just gone foul down the left field line. Another one of those there. So another chance on 1-2. Chapman, deep breath, and the pitch. Fly ball left field, going back on the ball, and reaching up, Sebastiani makes the catch on the run. Swanson hit it hard. So did Lamoth earlier in the inning. But it turns into a 1-2-3-5 for Finn Chapman. 12-4, Stompers lead as we've reached the halfway mark in this one.
Number 51, Bryson Ayala.
Ted Tesaurus back to the mound. Came in with 2 outs in the third. He'll be facing Bryson Ayala, the shortstop and 9th place hitter. First pitch. Ayala takes ball 1 this time. Home plate umpire not giving the pitcher the low call as he's done quite a bit today. There's a strike on the breaking ball. Seagulls down by 8 here in the 5th inning. It's a daunting task, but this offense is capable of erupting at any given moment. 1-1. There's a curveball that catches the top of the zone for strike 2. You think back to Game 2 of the Legends series when they put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th to tie the game. One, two. Ground ball is short. Jake Brewer ranges towards the middle. He's got it. His sidearm throw to first is in time, and Ayala is gone to open up the 5th.
Now batting number 1, Chase Taylor.
So now here's Chase Taylor for the 4th time. And you've got a guy hitting for the 4th time of the game, and it's only the 5th inning. You know something's gone right. First pitch, Taylor takes. Ball 1. A few guys in the Seagulls dugout disagree with that call. I have to say, I definitely cannot blame them. The 1-0 now. Taylor sends a chopper to the right side. Bryce Brooks fields a high hop and throws to Lamoth in time to retire Taylor. So 2 groundouts induced by Tesaurus are the first 2 stompers in this 5th. So now here's Sebastiani. Got a 2-run shot off Tesaurus in the 3rd. Now Tesaurus throws one way upstairs. Over the plate, but above Sebastiani's head for ball 1. The 1-0. That hit him? Yeah, it got Sebastiani in the back foot. So one of the least painful hit by pitches you'll come by. Looked like a breaking ball. So no 1-2-3 inning this time for Tesaurus. And Hunter Carlson will bat. A fly out and 2 walks for Carlson today. First pitch. Called a ball. Man, I don't know where that missed. I've said a few times it's been a small zone today. Maybe too small in this case. 1-0 now. Breaking ball spins in there, strike 1. Carlson out of Hudson, Wisconsin, and Georgia State University. A CCL All-Star this summer, and for good reason. 1-1. Breaking ball below the zone for ball 2. Sebastiani at first, 2 down. 12-4 stompers in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. High chopper to first. Christian Lamoth fields a very high hop at chest level and takes a few steps to the bag to retire Carlson. The hit batter is the only base runner for the Stompers. Ted Tesaurus works a scoreless 5th. New pitcher in the game for the Stompers, their fourth of the inning. It's going to be Alec Murray coming in for the seventh time, all out of the bullpen. He's thrown 12 2/3 innings, and he's got a 4.97 ERA. Murray, a tall, lanky right-hander standing at 6'6". A little bit of blonde hair escaping from his cap. Wearing his white sports goggles.
Number 35, Alec Murray.
Well, Murray will be facing 7, 8, 9 in the Seagulls lineup. That's Lopez, Heflin, and Brooks. So Murray sets. Here's his first pitch. Lopez swings and misses. Strike one.
Now batting
12-4. The Stompers are ahead in this one. The big inning for them was the third, in which they scored 8 times. The 0-1. Lopez fouls it back to the screen. Strike two. Alec Murray, a native of Fair Oaks up in the Sacramento area. Plays ball at Fordham University. The 0-2 pitch. Lopez takes down and away for ball one. The playing surface at Arnold Field is now almost entirely in the shadows. 1-2. Lopez takes this one in the dirt for ball two. A little bit of blue sky visible, but mostly gray clouds. Got bleachers out and left, but they're completely empty. Everyone's sitting behind the plate. The 2-2. Lopez takes outside, and after falling behind 0-2, the count has now gone full. So 3-2 the count. Murray against Lopez. And he throws. Lopez takes ball four. So he goes behind 0-2 and just takes 4 straight balls to work a leadoff walk.
Now batting number 20 is tonight's clear batter, Cade Heflin.
So here's Cade Heflin. I guess here at Arnold Field, they still do the beer batter even after he has struck out one time. So Heflin against Murray. The first pitch. Swinging a tapper foul at the plate. Strike one. Leadoff man on for the Seagulls. That's Lopez at first. With nobody out and a 12-4 Stompers lead in the top of the sixth. The 0-1. Heflin fouls this one back to the screen, and now he's behind 0-2. Well, we saw Lopez fall behind 0-2 to lead off, and he ended up working a walk, so we'll see if Heflin has something similar in store. A lot of room down the right field line. The 0-2. Heflin goes down swinging.
Ladies and gentlemen, Finger in the Beer Taylor is now half off.
So 3 strikeouts for Stompers pitching today. Heflin's got 2 of them. Now here's Bryce Brooks. Here's the first pitch. He shows bunt, gets it down. Murray off the mound. It was bunted a little too hard, and Brooks is thrown out at first. So Brooks advances the runner, but there are now 2 down. Davis Gurman coming to the plate. Well, I imagine a lot of what went into that call was Brooks's strong ability to bunt for a hit. Very good bunter and a very fast runner, but was unable to leg that one out. First pitch to Davis Gurman now misses down low for ball one. Ethan Lopez at second with 2 down in the top of the sixth. It is 12-4 Sonoma. The 1-0. Gurman takes this one in the dirt. It rolls away from Garcia, but not far enough for Lopez to test it in an 8-run game. He stays put at second. So 2-0 the count now. Now to Gurman. Check swing. He definitely did not go. It's up and away for ball 3. Gurman's already walked twice today in a 3-0 count once more. The pitch. Upstairs ball for the third walk of the evening for Davis Gurman. And Jake Brewer will once again bat with runners on first and second, this time with 2 down. Brewer, as per usual, has been getting on base today. He's got a walk and a single. Trying to inch the Seagulls closer in this one. First offering. Brewer takes a called strike at the top of the zone. Perhaps a little pitcher friendly there. So after a 4-pitch walk, Murray back in the zone on the first pitch to Gurman. And the 0-1. Brewer shows bunt and gets it down up the third base line. This is a pretty good bunt, and Vassell's not even going to try to make a throw. So how about Brewer bunting for a hit with 2 down and loading the bases for A.J. Hurtado?
Now batting left fielder number 38, A.J. Hurtado.
A beautiful bunt hit for Jake Brewer will bring up A.J. Hurtado. With the bases loaded, 2 down, Seagulls trying to get back in this one. They trail 12-4. First pitch. Hurtado swings and fouls it back to the screen. Well, we know Hurtado has pop. 8 home runs this spring at Coppin State. 1 so far this summer. Seagulls have 1 grand slam on the summer. That was Ethan Lopez at home against Menlo Park. 0-1. Hurtado hits a high fly ball to left field. Sebastiani, a few feet away from the track, is there. He's got it, and the inning is over. Seagulls load the bases with 2 down but do not score. It is still 12-4 midway through the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now. Stompers still ahead 12-4. Mike Jones leading off against Ted Tesaurus out there for his 4th inning of work. And Johnson takes the first pitch fastball up and away. Ball 1. A disappointing evening for the Seagulls thus far. Still yet to beat the Stompers this year. When it was a breaking ball in there for strike 1. At least to this point, the Seagulls have been able to keep it close against the Stompers. This one started to get away a little bit. The 1-1. Breaking ball down low. Nice take by Jones. So 2-1 the count now. Jones swings through a 2-1 fastball. Jones is 8 for 43 this summer. That's a 186 batting average. He does have a home run. 2-2. Big slow breaking ball misses high. So a full count now to Mike Jones. Ted Tesaurus has now thrown 52 pitches in relief. (3-2). Jones hits it high in the air. Shallow right. Bryce Brooks calling for it. He makes the catch. And there's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman number 21, Dino Vassell.
Tesaurus was a little shaky when he first came into this one, but since the home run by Garcia, he's retired 6 of 7. Now here's Tino Vassell. First pitch is breaking ball down low. Stompers are doing a nice job of laying off that slick breaking ball from Tesaurus, at least in this inning. 1-0. Vassell takes a fastball upstairs. He's now ahead 2-0. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but so far in this game, Vassell has not really tormented the Seagulls like he has to this point in the season. He fouls this one back to the screen to make it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Vassell. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 down, bases empty. 12-4 Stompers. The pitch. Way up high with a breaking ball, not where Tesaurus wanted to put that one. And it's 3-1 now. Here's the 3-1. Vassell takes up high, ball 4. He walks for the second time in this game. The Seagulls still have not had a 1-2-3 inning since the first. So here's Angel Garcia. He went deep to left field his last time. I called it an Arnold Field special because it was a low line drive just over that wall and left. Near the 310 sign down the left field line. First pitch. Another breaking ball misses high. Tesaurus searching for the feel here in the 6th. Garcia has not been retired in this game. He's reached on a fielder's choice walked, and then, of course, the home run. 1-0. Foul back. Sounded like it got a piece of either Lopez or maybe the home plate umpire. Hit somebody's mask, but both men appear to be okay, and it's 1-1 now. Vassell, the runner at first, in a 12-4 Stompers lead with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The set by Tesaurus. And the pitch. In the dirt. Nice block by Lopez. Keeps it in front of him. And moves the count to 2-1. Got some action in the Stompers bullpen. A right-hander is throwing. As the 2-1 is grounded to third. Swanson fields the hop, throws to second for one. Brooks to first. Double play! 3 up, 3 down for Tesauris in the 6th. Still 12-4 as we move to the 7th. New pitcher on the mound for the Legends as we approach the start of the 7th inning. It's going to be Evan Sandoval, the right-hander. This will be his 6th appearance of the summer, all out of the bullpen. And in 6 innings, he's given up 5 runs, all earned, but he struck out 11. So a high strikeout arm, at least to this point. And Christian Lamoth will bat for the 4th time. He's been drilled, popped out, then was retired on a ball that he hit off the pitcher, Murray. Sorry, that was Chapman. That knocked his glove off and then rolled towards first base, so Chapman was just able to flip it underhand. Some bad luck Lamoth's last time up. The first batter Sandoval faces. He deals. Lamoth hits it in the air to center field pretty deep. Racing back, Taylor. And he makes the catch. It appears Connor Johnston has come into the game to replace Taylor in center field. So Johnston tracked that one down. More bad luck for Christian Lamoth today. So now here's Marcus Graham. First pitch. Graham takes a ball. Well, I don't understand it, but I'll take it. So 1-0 to Marcus Graham. 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. Hits this one in the air down the right field line, curling towards the line, and foul. Another one hit hard by Graham down that line, but just the tiniest bit out in front. So 1-1 to Marcus Graham, back in the box after the foul ball. Here comes the 1-1. Graham fouls it back to the screen, strike 2. Still 12-4. Ever since the 5th inning began, this game's been moving along pretty quickly. Nobody has scored since the Stompers' 12th run back in the 4th. Sky is starting to turn a bit orange. The sun sets in Sonoma. And the 1-2 to Graham is high and off the glove of Garcia. Evan Sandoval on the mound as the 5th Stompers pitcher of the evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Graham chops it foul towards the Stompers dugout. It's a pretty nice battle between Sandoval and Graham. The set by Sandoval. And the pitch. Graham, another chopper foul up the first base line. Still 2-2. This battle just continues with Graham against Sandoval. Two again. Graham takes outside for ball 3. Seagulls have definitely drawn their fair share of walks today. Graham a chance at another in a 3-2 count. Sandoval deals. Graham swings and misses. Chased one high. That might have been ball 4. Only the 4th Seagulls strikeout at the plate today. That brings up Swanson. I just put this together that Evan Sandoval, the Stompers pitcher, wears number 48. And I can't help but think about another Sandoval who wore 48, that of course being Pablo Sandoval, the great Giants third baseman back in the day. Wonder if that was an intentional choice by Evan. Here's Brandon Swanson taking the first pitch low. Swanson's hit a few balls hard, but nothing to show for it. He's 0 for 3. The 1-0. Ripped into center field. Johnston is going to track this one down. My goodness. 2 hard hit lineouts right at Johnston by Lamoth and now Swanson. Seagulls are hitting it hard, but getting unlucky. They still trail 12-4. We're going to stretch at Arnold Field. Bottom of the 7th inning from Arnold Field. The clouds continue to turn a beautiful orange as the evening rolls on. It's still 12-4 Stompers, which has been the score since the 4th. Ted Tesoris back on the mound. He's been in the game since the 3rd. And after an excellent 5th and maybe even better 6th, he stays in there for the 7th. He will be facing a pinch hitter for Trent Keys, who swings and misses at the first pitch. This is Anthony Shepler. So with an 8-run lead, the Stompers are giving some other guys a chance to play. The 0-1. Shepler takes a breaking ball in the dirt.
Oh, you guys missed t-shirt time.
1-1. Shepler gets drilled. Oh, man, that got him in the hand, and he's in some pain. Hopping around. Now he's standing over by the dugout. Oh, man, he's crouched over. That does not feel good at all, and you hate to see that for Shepler, a recent CCL Player of the Week. Coming in off the bench for Keys with an 8-run lead, he gets hit in the hand by Tesoris. So he's still standing on the warning track by his dugout, talking it over with his coaches. Now he will make his way over to first base, so we hope everything's okay with Anthony Shepler. And while that was going on, Lopez went out to talk with Tesoris. So here is Ben Sebastiani, not Nick. Ben's cousin Nick hit the first of 2 Stompers home runs today. Ben hitting with runner at first, nobody out. And a first pitch fastball is called a ball, up and away. Sebastiani played this past spring at College of Marin, where he hit .341 with 5 home runs. Here comes a 1-0. Slow breaking ball in there, strike 1. A little bit less fortunate for Sebastiani this summer. Only 3 for 26 with the Stompers. 1-1. Sebastiani cuts and misses out a fastball. Flames out of the hand of Tesoris. Strike 2. Shepler, the runner at first after getting hit in the hand. 1-2. Lifted high in the air, foul. And out of play on top of the batting cages beyond the right field foul line. Sebastiani against Tesoris. Still 12-4 Stompers, the pitch. Slow breaking ball. Upstairs, ball 2. Do 2. Fastball in the dirt. The count goes full to Ben Sebastiani. Well, the score is what it is, but you got to applaud Ted Tesoris' ability to not only pitch pretty well, but conserve the Seagulls bullpen for future games. Payoff pitch is foul back to the screen, so a little bit of a battle brewing between Sebastiani and Tesoris. So Tesoris comes set. And the 3-2. High drive to left center field. Out there in the gap. This one is going to fall in front of Davis Gurman. His throw will go all the way into third, where Shepler slides in safely on the throw. Sebastiani goes to second. So the first extra base hit of the summer for Ben Sebastiani.
Now batting number 51, Bryson Ayala.
The Stompers are threatening to add on. And now Mark Caviglia will make his way to the mound. We'll see if this is the end of the line for Tesoris. Gavilia talking with Thesaurus. He hasn't taken the ball. All the Seagulls infielders on the mound, and Gavilia's walking away, so Thesaurus will stay in this ball game. Mark probably just asking Ted how he's feeling, and evidently Ted feeling well enough to stay in this game. He'll try to work around this second and third nobody out situation, and he will face Bryson Ayala for the third time today. Shepler, the runner at third. Sebastiani, the runner at second. Stompers ahead 12-4, looking for more. Thesaurus delivers. Breaking ball. Called a ball, man. For the most part, that pitch has been a strike all day. Maybe about a foot off the ground. So 1-0 to Ayala. A base open, but the top of the lineup on deck. 1-0. In the dirt, blocked by Lopez. It hit him in the chest and then hit Ayala, the hitter. So both runners stay put, and it's 2-0. The count. Stompers well on their way to winning their 8th game in a row. 2-0 is in the dirt. Lopez, it's off his glove, but it stays in front of him. Once again, the runners hold. So 3-0 to Ayala. Again, first base is open, but you've got Connor Johnston on deck, and then the 2-3-4 in the lineup. Thesaurus in a big-time jam. 3-0 the count, second and third, nobody out. The pitch. Fastball in there, strike one. Thesaurus now comes set. His next pitch. Ground ball to short. Brewer will go for the sure out at first. So Ayala is retired. Shepler comes in to score, and Sebastiani goes to third. So the batter will be Connor Johnston, who entered as a defensive replacement for Chase Taylor. Now takes his spot as number one in the lineup. Ben Sebastiani at third, one down. Now 13-4 Stompers. First pitch. Down low with a breaking ball. Johnston, a 172 hitter this summer. He's 10 for 58. Fastball is upstairs to him, 2-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Johnston out of Wilsonville, Oregon. It'll be a 2-0. And it's grounded to short once more. Jake Brewer, it goes off his chest. And another one will come in. Johnston reaches, and it's 14-4. So the Stompers, their first runs since the fourth. It's now 14-4 here in the seventh. Nick Sebastiani at the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Ground ball to short. Brewer, another chance, and he can't make the play on this one. It took a terrible hop and rolls into shallow center field. So 2 chances mishandled by Jake Brewer. And now there will be runners at first and second. So the batter is going to be Tabor Fast, who is listed as a pitcher on the Stompers lineup. He's got 4 at-bats this year, 1 hit and a walk. First pitch to Fast is a breaking ball that misses down and away. Fast hitting for Carlson, the DH. The 1-0. Down low for ball 2, and looks like the home plate umpire has just stopped giving the low strike altogether, which she was doing a lot earlier in the game. 2 balls, no strikes. Stompers ahead 14-4. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch. And Fast fouls one back to the screen. That was way up and in. I'm not even really sure how he made contact. It's 2-1. Two on to Fast is in there. Strike 2. Well, Tabor Fast in his college career has played at Texas Tech and Washington State, and he hasn't had an actual college at-bat since 2023. Getting a chance with 2 on in this game. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No. Cage Cascone can't believe it. So the count goes full after the questionable no swing call. 3-2 now to Tabor Fast. 3-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball right down the middle, and Fast is gone.
Now batting number 37, Mike Jones.
So Mike Jones will bat for the 4th time. Did not start this game. He came in as a pinch hitter for Wesley Bass in the 3rd. He has singled and popped out twice. 89 pitches now for Tesaurus in relief. First pitch to Jones is a breaking ball. That time he got the low strike called, and it's 0-1. Ted Tesaurus, if he can finish this 7th inning, he would do a really, really excellent job of preserving the Seagulls bullpen. So 0-1 to Jones is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Tesaurus trying to finish off. If he can get through Jones, it would be 5 1/3 innings in relief. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. The set and the pitch. Lifted in the air, foul, right field line, and out of play. It's the light tower. The sky has turned a very light pink here in Sonoma. We saw just a beautiful sunset in San Bruno last night in the game against the Legends. It's honestly worth going back and checking out that broadcast if you haven't, just to see what the sky was like. Not quite as stunning tonight, but still definitely a baseball sky. The 0-2. Big, slow breaking ball. Strike 3 called. So Tesaurus sets down the last 2 Stompers looking and finishes 5 1/3 innings in relief. 14-4. We go to the 8th. It's the Stompers 14, the Seagulls 4 as we begin the top half of the 8th inning. We've got yet another new Stompers pitcher. It's their 6th of the inning. It's going to be the two-way player, Gage McCone. He's a pitcher and a catcher on the mound this summer. He's been in 5 games, 4 2/3 innings, and a 9.64 ERA. He'll be facing Ethan Lopez. First pitch. Lopez takes low for ball 1. Mildly interesting. This is the 4th different inning that Ethan Lopez has led off in this game. 1-0. Lopez pops it up on the infield. Vassell from third, standing on the line, makes the catch, and that's the first out.
Now batting right fielder number 20, Cade Heflin.
So now it's Heflin. Heflin 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. McCown delivers. High in the air, fouled on the right field line and out of play. And with Gage McCown, the pitcher-catcher on the mound, I think back to all the San Francisco Giants games I've watched and hearing Mike Krukow, a longtime color commentator and former pitcher, talk about how he was drafted as a pitcher-catcher as the 0-1 is grounded foul down the first baseline. And Krukow would always talk about how he was a catcher in high school and was drafted. Or he went to, not he was drafted, he went to Cal Poly as a catcher, and they wanted to turn him into a pitcher. He thought he was the first pitcher catcher in the history of the world. So the 0-2, Heflin swings and foul tips it into the glove of Garcia for strike 3. Third time Heflin has struck out tonight. That'll bring up Brooks.
Now batting second base.
Hey, Krukow, whenever he tells that story, he talks about how there's no such thing as a pitcher-catcher, but evidently he's never heard of Gage McCown. So Bryce Brooks will bat. First pitch. Brooks swings and tips that one into the glove, or off the glove, rather, of Garcia for strike 1. The 0-1 is outside for ball 1. 14-4, the Stompers are ahead, looking to continue their 7-game winning streak. We're in the top of the 8th. The 1-1. Brooks chases, strike 2. So the count 1-2 on Bryce Brooks. Batting for the 4th time. Trying to extend the inning. The 1-2. He will not. Strike 3. So Gage McCown comes in, has a 1-2-3 inning, strikes out 2 Seagulls. We will go to the 8th, the bottom of the 8th. Still 14-4. Bottom of the 8th inning now, still 14-4. Stompers. And as you may have expected, Ted Tesaurus' day is done. He gives way to Kai Hanasaki, who is pitching for the 3rd day in a row.
Number 21, Tino Vassell.
Hanasaki, a native of Tokyo, is going to be facing Tino Vassell, one of the few Stompers starters who has remained in this game. First one to him from Hanasaki is foul back to the screen. Hanasaki in outing number 9. He's thrown exactly 9 innings, given up 11 runs, 8 earned. The 0-1 is down and in for ball 1. Hanasaki, one of 3 Seagulls who are not from the United States. Of course, Marcus Graham from Australia, Davis Gurman from Canada. This one from Hanasaki misses wildly down and in. And Lopez doesn't even try to stop it, and it's 2-1. Vassell, I've talked a lot about how he's tormented the Seagulls this year. He's been on base 3 more times today. Hanasaki catches a corner down low to make it 2-2. 3 times on base for Vassell today, a single and 2 walks. It's going to be a 2-2. Down low. Vassell thought about it but laid off. And the count goes full to the first man Hanasaki faces. (3-2). And he walked him. The 15th walk issued by Hanasaki this year.
Number 36, Angel Garcia.
A ton of walks on both sides today. Stompers, of course, with 14 runs, but on only 8 hits. Seagulls, 4 runs on 4 hits. So here's Angel Garcia. First pitch. Down low for ball 1. Garcia today has hit into a fielder's choice, walked, homered, and grounded into a double play. Another one of those double plays would be very welcome here. The stretch by Hanasaki, the pitch. In the dirt, unblocked by Ethan Lopez, who's had to do that quite a lot today. It's 2-0. To another count. The crowd has thinned out quite a bit here in Sonoma. 2-0. That's in there, strike 1. Still more people here right now, I would say, than at your average CCL game. Clock almost at 9 p.m. tonight. A long affair between these two teams, with the Stompers ahead 14-4 in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 to Garcia. Inside, ball 3. Hanasaki, kind of a sidearm delivery. He releases the ball standing pretty straight up, but from a low 3/4 angle. 3-1 the count. Strike 2 called to Garcia. He started making his way down to first, but he'll have to retrace his steps. Vassell walked to lead off the inning. He's at first. Back-to-back full counts to open up this outing for Kai Hanasaki. He sets. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It pops out of the glove of Lopez, and down to second without a throw goes Vassell. Hanasaki, really nice pitch to Garcia. Got him to chase below the zone, and that's the first out. So Schepler batting for the second time now, and it's really nice to see him back in the box after he was hit on the hand by Tesaurus. He looked like he was in a lot of pain, clutching his hands together over by his dugout, but Evidently, he's all right. Back in the box here. And Hanasaki's first offering to him is down and away for ball one. This one scores away from Lopez a tiny bit, but not far enough for Vassell to advance. So 1 ball, no strikes. And Hanasaki fires. Schepler taps it foul at the plate. Strike 1. Well, the Seagulls have yet to beat the Stompers this year. They're 0-4, not including today. On 1 pitch. High pop foul left side of the diamond and out of play. The Seagulls also have not won on the road since opening day at Menlo Park. If they drop this one, it'll be a 14-game road losing streak. It's especially tough because they've played so many close games. They truly have played better than their record indicates, but just found themselves on the wrong side of the ball too much as Hanasaki misses inside to Schepler. 3 pretty lengthy at-bats to begin Hanasaki's outing. Trying for a clean 8th inning. Vassell at second, 1 down, 14-4 Stompers, the pitch. Outside for ball 3. So it's been a full count to every batter Hanasaki has faced. So Hanasaki looks into Lopez. He sets. And pitches. Check swing. He went around. They appeal. The correct call is made. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Kai Hanasaki.
Now batting number 12, Ben Sebastiani.
Here's Ben Sebastiani for the second time. Doubled to left center for his first extra base hit of the summer, his last time up. Sharing a field with his cousin Nick. The first pitch. In the dirt, stopped by Lopez, and Vassell stays at second. But this might be the toughest game we've seen from a Seagulls catcher this year in the sense that Lopez had to block a ton of balls in the dirt. For the most part, he's done an excellent job. He's been getting down and dirty a lot. The 1-0 hits him. That sounded loud. So Sebastiani walking slowly to first. And it will bring up Bryson Ayala. So this inning for Hanasaki has gone walk, strikeout, strikeout, hit by pitch. So 2 on, 2 out, 14-4 Stompers. First pitch to Ayala. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Ayala has singled twice and grounded out to Brewer twice. The 0-1. Foul back to the screen, strike 2. There are 2 men on, but Hanasaki has pitched pretty impressively with his 2 strikeouts, especially considering that this is his 3rd day in a row on the mound. 0-2 pitch. Inside, did that hit Ayala? No, it just goes to the backstop. Both runners stay put. So that one gets away from Hanasaki. Nothing really comes of it. We're approaching the 3-hour mark of this game, which the Stompers lead 14-4. In the bottom of the 8th, first and second, 2 down, 1-2 to Bryson Ayala. The pitch. Inside again. So 2-2 now. Hanasaki trying to lower his ERA with the scoreless 8th. The pitch. Down and away. And the count goes from 0-2 to 3-2. The 4th full count in 5 batters Hanasaki has faced. 3-2. Struck him out swinging. So Hanasaki allows a couple base runners, but strikes out the side. Ultimately, a really nice outing for Kai. And we will go to the top of the ninth. Stompers up 14-4. The ninth inning is upon us. Stompers still lead 14-4, and Jacob Gilbreth is going to bat after coming in as a defensive replacement for Davis Gurman. Gurman on base 3 times today, all with walks, but his day is done. Gilbreth in the box. Here's the first pitch. Gilbreth takes, ball 1.
Now batting for the Seagulls, number 22, Jacob Gilbreth.
Gilbreth big time pop in the box, the 1-0. Fastball, good take by Gilbreth. That one just missed. And it's 2-0 now. Here comes the 2-0. Gilbreth rips it on the ground up the middle for a base hit. So Jacob Gilbreth, a nice piece of hitting. First Seagulls hit since the 6th. That'll bring up Jake Brewer.
Now batting number 29, the shortstop, Jake Brewer.
This is a new Stompers pitcher, by the way. Their 7th of the night. It's Mateo Heredia, another two-way player. Heredia in his 7th outing of the summer. Giving up 6 runs, but only 1 earned. Now the first pitch to Brewer. Outside, ball 1. Brewer, as per usual, having a great game. Been on base 3 more times. A walk and 2 singles. 1-0. Brewer fouls that one off the mitt of Garcia. Strike one. It is almost completely pitch black here at Arnold Field. Night has fallen. We're playing under the lights. 1-1 to Brewer. Outside, ball 2. So 2-1 the count. 14-4 Stompers lead in the 9th. The 2-1. Check swing. It's called a swing when it really shouldn't have been. I mean, it's not like it's the difference in this game, but these check swing calls have been going against the Seagulls all night. My goodness. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brewer. Should be 3-1, but whatever. Here it comes. Outside, and the count goes full. Gilbreth, the runner at first. Nobody out. Top of the 9th, 14-4 Stompers. The pitch. Brewer fouls it back to the screen, and he's battling here, making Heredia throw a lot of pitches. It'll be another 3-2. Here it is. And Brewer strikes out swinging. Well, he probably should have walked after the missed check swing call, but he ends up striking out for the first out of the 9th.
Number 38, AJ Hurtado.
So now here's Hurtado. A single walk, strikeout, and long flyout with the bases loaded. The first pitch. And Heredia deals a ball. He is the 7th the 7th Stompers pitcher of the night. Sam Matherly started his first start of the summer. He went 2 1/3. Was followed by Ken Blankenship, who pitched 2/3 of an inning. As the 1-0. Popped up foul out of play. And Finn Chapman came in for Blankenship, pitched 2 innings. Then it was Alec Murray, Evan Sandoval, Gage McCown, and now Heredia. Have to assume he would be the last Stompers pitcher of the night, in which case the last 4 would all have gone 1 inning. Pickoff throw to first. It was a bit high. Gilbreth back safely with ease. It's been all Stompers in this one, 14-4. They ran away with a 8-run 3rd inning. 1-1 to Hurtado. The pitch. Drilled into left field, but it's right at Sebastiani. Yet another hard hit lineout for the Seagulls. Abysmal batted ball luck for them tonight, and now they're down to their last out. Well, if there are any positives to take out of this game, it is definitely the balls in play. Specifically, how hard they've hit them. That line out by Hurtado, by my estimation, maybe the 4th or 5th hard hit line drive just right at an outfielder. Now it's Christian Lamoth who takes strike 1. And Lamoth has been the recipient of some terrible luck. He hit a line drive right off the pitcher Finn Chapman that rolled right towards first base. Then he hit a long drive to center field that was tracked down by Johnston. The pitch, driven into right center field. This one is going to get down in front of Johnston. A base hit for Lamoth. The second Seagulls hit of the inning. Gilbreth goes to second. And now Marcus Graham will hit.
Marcus Graham.
So here's Marcus Graham. Came up in the situation in the third inning and ripped a game-tying double. That tied the game. Then the Stompers put up 8 in the bottom half of the inning and never looked back. So Graham in the box. Heredia throws. Up and away, ball 1. For Marcus Graham today, a pop-out, that double, a ground-out, and a strikeout. One ball, no strikes. Heredia deals. And strike 1 called. A pretty long game from Sonoma, just about 3 hours now since first pitch. 14-4 Stompers with 2 on and 2 out in the 9th. The 1-1 pitch to Graham. Swing and a miss. Seagulls down to their last strike. This is a big game for the Stompers. They're in 3rd place in the CCL North. They've got their sights set on the playoffs, trying to win their 8th in a row and 5th against the Seagulls this year. And for now, Heredia steps off. But now he's back on the rubber. Stompers fans itching to see a win. Heredia throws. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire, and the Seagulls dropped this one by a score of 14-4. Well, it was all Stompers ever since that 3rd inning, which they put up 8 runs against Schmidt and Tesaurus. Final score, Stompers 14, Seagulls 4. Seagulls fall to 5-25. Stompers improved to 18-13. They've now won 8 in a row. Well, from Arnold Field, I'm Brennan Dumesnil-Vickers. It's been my pleasure to bring you this game. You can catch the Seagulls' next game, also against the Stompers, at home on Tuesday on the Seagulls Baseball Academy YouTube channel. Till next time.